Welcome to this 1.26 update or a patch, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to be talking about Season 2 today. And I was looking forward to this update to be trying to, well, hopefully to fix the blue screens. But it looks like we're not going to be able to really play today because I was going to try to stream the game live. But I wanted to test it first. And I'm kind of glad that I did because I'm getting the same result just from the beginning of Season 2. And I was just going to be talking about Season 2 in this video. And just in general, I just feel like it was rushed. They still didn't fix anything in regarding the crashes. Now, it could be different for everybody else that's been able to play a couple games longer or additional games. It doesn't matter who you're trying to play as. You could be trying to play as the human, the werewolf, or the werecats. If you bought them, it doesn't even matter. You're going to crash no matter what. And the thing is, the one thing that I noticed about this blue screen is as if the blue screens took us one step forward. Instead of having the crash occur when you try to load into a game, it occurs during the match. Now, so I guess the blue screens were moved from the loading screen to the game itself, or to the matches themselves, it seems. So I don't know what else to say in regards to that. It seems like this game needs another patch. And I hate to say it, it's looking ugly for Season 2. This is rushed. And the only thing I can really say that's pretty good about this season overall is the new map. The map is great. It's very well done. But I don't think we even needed a new map because the game had so many problems with the lag, the frame rate, and all these different glitches that needs to be addressed. The reload bug with the car or the sniper, if you use that weapon in the matches, it's too many things wrong with the game now. And as much time that they had with the delays and with everything going on, and they finally get out here and drop the update that everybody's been waiting for, if you still play this game, that is, it's not looking good. It's not bad. It's I can't even really say that it's anything good that I could take for it. I only played a couple matches overall. I left the game alone for several days, and I waited for them to come out with this update today. And one thing I can really say is that I really don't like the fact that you have to pay and drop DET coins, another currency in the game. You have to pay to play as a werewolf. Why can't I play whoever I want to play as? Maybe some of you guys that main werewolves have got to be feeling some kind of way about this. Because if you play nothing but werewolf and you barely play humans, you are basically forced to switch to the human to grind those DET coins that you see at the top of my screen. You can only earn DET coins or get the most coins out of just playing the human games. You won't get that much from playing the werewolves. I got about 40 coins to try to test it and all that. You don't even get that many coins. You're better off just playing the humans, and then it's like they're forcing you to play how they want you to play. You don't have a choice. You just have to play as a human all throughout this time to try to grind up the coins. Then you got to go back, play as the werewolves, pay the 100 coins, and then try to get into the match that you don't even know if you're going to even be able to play successfully all the way in full. You see what I'm saying? So that's bad. And the crashes is already getting out of hand. And then if you bought those werecats and spent the $25 to get the bundle right off the shop, which I personally think that's not even worth it, based on the condition and the performance of this game, and as far as being able to play a match successfully and get into the match and load properly without crashing, I don't think the werecats and the drones ain't not even worth it. And then think about the capacity of the matchmaking. The capacity went up because the werecats joined in. So you got the werecats, and then you gotta think about the performance of the drones being able to function, because if you got a whole squad full of humans and everybody got drones, that's like 6 humans that you have to basically take on. The drones is gonna contribute to the frame drop and that lag. It's like lag on top of lag when it comes to these updates and based on this game as a whole for Season 2. We didn't need this new map, as great as it looks, because none of the problems haven't really been addressed. We still had the same problems. I've been playing the game since July 2019, when it first dropped free to play on PlayStation 4, before it even became globally released to the UK. And then just to think about that, that's even more traffic on the servers that the servers in the game itself can't handle. So I just had to talk about it today. So I'm not going to really play any more matches now. So I think what I'm going to do is, going forward, I'm probably not going to stream the game. I'll probably just try to get a match or two and clip them if I get lucky enough to play a game or two, and get with some people who want to play and maybe try to load up and get some matches as the werewolf and all that. But I'm not gonna try to battle against the blue screens because it's a trial to even try to play a game. It was already a hassle and a nightmare trying to get into a game successfully. You had to get past the loading screen. And even if you, for example, if you made it into the loading screen, just as I said from before, if you made it into the loading screen, you get past it. For example, you got past the loading screen in success, but your other two buddies that you squatted up with are probably not going to make it in. And even if they do make it in, they're bound to crash during the middle of the game, in the middle of the match. So it doesn't matter if you guys are queued up as and properly synced up as a werewolf, or maybe werecats if you got them. It doesn't matter which side that you're choosing to play it on, whether it's the humans, werewolves, or the werecats. You're still gonna get that same result and that same nightmare, and that's why I'm just really disappointed when it comes to this. Like, I like the game, but what's my answer to this? Now that this game is still crashing, I got Final Fantasy VII, I got Resident Evil 3, and all these other games, Switch games, plenty of games, until they get this game together. So now I just wanted to talk about it today and share with you guys that this update is just not really an update. And to share with you guys with the patch notes, that's going to be in the description. I'll read them out loud for you guys. They did have a typo. It's kind of silly. Fixed bug of client crush. But they were basically trying to say the client crash. That's not fixed. Forget everything else that's mentioned. The main issue is trying to be able to play the game and make sure you can get into a match and try to grind the battle pass if you can, and try to play as the werecats. It's so many problems with this game in general. And the other three patch notes: fixed bug of D-point recharge, and then fixed bug of weekly mission invisible. That's what it says. I'm just reading word for word. Fixed bug of human character figure invisible. So that's based on what they were talking about with if you guys were playing, you would encounter like a human that's invisible. I had it a few times myself. They were invisible, but you can see the guns. You can see them just stand there. They would flash like a few times, but you'll sometimes run into like a invisible figure, but you could see two guns just floating in the air, so you could just beat them down, melee them to death, or you could just shoot them and you get a free kill right away. Not to mention they added bots in the game, as if we needed those. But that's how you know how the game just is performing now. It's just not many people playing it now. It's not playable now. And as much as I like the game, I'm just gonna start doing a couple clips here and there. But for now, I'm just probably gonna leave the game alone until they update it again. And if they do, then I'll probably be back on here. But for now, it's just not playable. It's not streamable. I wanted to stream this game for Monday, as they said they were trying to bring out the update for Monday, but they ended up rolling it out for Sunday, being today, to try to talk about it. It's just too many things wrong. And then they had the audacity to put charges $25. That's too much for this bundle. I'm not even gonna click on it. It's $25 just for the werecat and then the drone itself. And then some of you guys would probably say that's pay to win right there. It gives you an advantage in the fights. But the werecats don't seem to be all that great. They seem to be fast and hard to hit. But other than that, they take too many. It takes too long to take any hits. I've seen the gameplay to see what the werecats can do. They don't deal as much damage as the werewolves. The werewolves are the powerhouses, and then with the werecats, you basically have to play stealthy. Just have the werewolves. Here's basically the strategy you can try to perform. If you get you got at least a werecat helping you out. You guys in party chat and squad up, sync together, because there is no invite system, which I wish was in the game, to invite each other as werewolves and werecats. What did they not even think about that? But y'all give us an invite system. It took y'all long enough to give us an invite system for the humans. Well, there's no invite system to play as werewolves, as if people wouldn't have any other friends to invite and want to squad up as werewolves, as a squad, to try to make it and just try their luck against the humans for this new season. You see? So it's just so many things that's missing. We don't have a loot sharing system where you can share food and ammo. It's so many things that they didn't even think of. So you basically just tag them up with the werewolves, and then you just let the werecats just go in there with the stealth attacks for the finishing blow. But the werecats just don't seem to be all that worth. I think that price needs to be turned down. I was excited. And for me, they should be like $10, $5 to $10 for the werecats. But then just thinking about it, let's head to the shop right now. Not even just that, you gonna drop $24 right there, and then you got nearly a $20 basic skin looking like looking like the Joker on the shop right here. 1900 DET coins, and then you can't get that set. It doesn't come with the She already had this skin from season 1, and I have plenty of gold for all this. See, I can get these if I want, but I'm not worried about that right now. So just think about it. You got the $25 bundle with the combat drone and the werecat. Then you got nearly a $20 Joker skin, wannabe Joker, and then think about the battle pass itself. That's another $10. So that's almost like you almost dropping like the price of a full video game, or more on this, unless you decide to buy some coins and some DET coins on top of that, if you want, or some extra gold and what have you. But that's just too much. It's not worth it. This looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It does look good. It looks pretty cool, but it just doesn't seem worth it. You can't even try out the skins and just the werecats themselves because the game has too many problems. So that's why I'm not bothering to load up any games, because I already tried them. It's just gonna crash too much. It's just not worth going through the same thing. So I'm hoping that they fix it. I don't know how long it takes. They need to be better at communication. That's something else that bothered me about these developers. Their communication skills are not even all that up. And you guys got social media platforms. It doesn't take that long to make a post, to communicate with your supporters or people that just support the game. And even if you don't have anything ready to go, just tell us what you're working on. It'll be better that way, or at least for me. It doesn't have to be an update all the time. Just tell us what you're working on, what you guys got coming out. It doesn't have to be a complete spoiler of everything that you're going to bring to the game. Just tell us the status and the situation of the game. Instead of being so quiet and silent, people are just going to leave the game. But for me, just like I said, after this update, I don't think I want to play this right now because of the issue of the blue screens. I wanted to play and try to play with some people, experience season 2. I was really excited to try to get a couple people together, hang out, play some games, and to try out the new season. They can't get into it now, and they're disappointed because of this change of paying to play as the werewolves and the werecats, and then just being forced to play as the humans. It's as if we're in an arcade. You got to pay to try to play the game, and your unique concept is basically the werewolves themselves. Don't try to be like other battle royales. You could just be your own game with your own benefits and everything that you have to offer to make you stand out and be different from the other many battle royale games. But now we just have all this stuff that seems to be just coming off, and now it's coming off as pay to win now. I don't think that was necessary. So I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I just wanted to talk about it today for this brand new update. That's the situation for me. The blue screens are not fixed, and it's just not worth just going through the hassle of just crashing over and over and not being able to play the game properly and experience it. So I got the battle pass, as you can see. I got the battle pass for the Lolo because I already had a good amount of DET coins, so I only got it for $5. But that's all they gonna get out of me. I'm not gonna just end up getting the bundle, and I think I wouldn't even recommend getting the werecats and the drones at this point in the current condition of the game. Even if you're excited, I was just excited to get the werecats right away, but they just bundled them up. It just doesn't even seem worth the grind and worth the price. And then you can't even experience something that you pay for or get what you paid for, because that was also another issue as well, of people not being able to buy the game, buy the werecats, and it's just coming out globally outside the country of the US. They're not gonna they'll barely be able to play it. They'll have the same problems. But that's just my thoughts about this update and just things that's going on for season 2. Season 2 to me has been rushed. We're not ready for this map, and for me, I'm not going to really be able to experience it, but I'm going to be on to other games. So if I want to come on here and clip a match or so and try to play a match as the werewolves or something like that, I'll probably do that. But for the werecats, I'm just going to leave those things alone. They got some cool skins and all that. I'm just doing a couple missions and stuff, but these are ones I already have from season 1. See, so just the whole status of the game itself is it's in trouble, and it's not looking good so far. So I'm hoping that they, at this rate for this new season, I'm missing the old map. I'm missing season 1 a little bit. I'm missing it where it wasn't the DET coins. Because I knew, lastly, I knew this was probably going to happen. And once I heard about the new map, I was just thinking to myself, it must have been as good as it looks. I know it's going to be so much more lag. And then watching that 30-second clip trailer that they had posted on their page and seeing that lag, it just can't handle too much in the game. 3 humans running a drone, a werecat, and werewolves, that's just so much lag, frames, and teleporting. It's just ugly for this game right now. It's just not playable. So for me, until they fix it, I'm probably going to stream it when they come out with another update when it's a lot more smoother. And I don't think they necessarily fixed that the client crashes that they were basically trying to put into the patch notes. This game wasn't necessarily patched. So I only hope it gets better. But for me, I got other games to play, because for me, I just hope that it gets better going forward. But for me, I'm not gonna really just be trying to grind it out on the game and just keep battling the blue screens, because it's just not playable at this time. And hopefully they do better with communication.